You take lead. Still remember the first time I saw these students. In the heat haze,
Left leg! That's one for us. She punch the blood out!
Quite a change from Emerald Stair, isn't it?
Thomas Memorial. Never thought anything could contain that man, you know? That booming laugh, that bottomless appetite, boundless energy. Now he's under a pile of rocks. You're just making this more real. This is where you're supposed to distract me, lighten the mood with a wisecrack or something. Well, you didn't have to give me the truth. There's something I didn't tell you about Tama's death. Remember how I noticed he'd lost his badge? I went out. He told me to stay. I said I'd be right back. No. You'd have come back. I walked away, envoy. And I kept walking. Not since returning with you. Couldn't imagine anyone would be too happy to see me after everything. Now you know why I never went back to his house in Emerald Stair. Why... Don't sell me short, envoy. I'm nothing if not tenacious. The truth is, traveling with you and Marius, getting to know Giada, Yardsley. It's felt easy. Too easy. I've gotten comfortable. You're so clear-headed, so easy to follow, that I've been able to fall in line and back you up. But I'm not that guy, Envoy. I'm not a joiner. I'm good for a skirmish, some war stories, a few drinks, but I'm not someone you keep around. Come on, you know my story now. I let people down. I let them down when they're counting on me, Mo. Or maybe I learned plenty. I know what I am. But he's not here, and that is because of me. What? That's not true. Is that on me? When I didn't even know what to do with myself? Yeah, you know, he helped build our little squad into a community. I'm losing it. Guess I never realized I was the one letting it all go. Wonder if I might have helped. Things in... Never thought something could be scary and comforting at the same time. One of the things I loved about Tama was how he gave us all a fresh... no matter where we'd come from or what we'd done. I drifted to Paradise, but never thought about where I'd go from this. Maybe I'll go back to help Thirdborn recover. And whatever, once we've stopped the Dream Scourge and dealt with the Steel Garrote. I've got some things to sort out, but it feels good to have something to look forward to.
Could we find some shade? I'm stuck in a fur coat here.
Swore I'd never come back.
Oh, big mistake!
There are worse ways to end a fight.
Trespassers! Look out there! Take them to the earth!
You asked for it!
Here we go! On your right! Next one's mine!
Magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable.
Stay sharp. The path to the ruins is swarming with dream thralls.
This one's mine!
Someone eliminate us.
Haze it!
What's this?
Catch the blade!
Attend!
Hurry in the brush!
Nice shot!
And rough!
French breaks. We see you! Born! Devour!
See!
How do you like that, Yahtzee?
We've got
Invaders in the garden!
Rough and rough! Take rough and rough!
Just like the good old days. Stand back.
In the brush! Burst of light!
Get off me!
Seek!
It disturbs us.
I'm not used to quiet.
Fear in the eyes! Swarm!
Stay safe!
Seek!
French break. Fire in the eyes! Invaders in the garden!
Burn supply!
Doesn't hurt them. It's easy when you do it.
Hey! Over here!
Looks like the gardener hasn't been here in a bit. I don't think we can get through. I've dreamt of exploring Naku Kubel for years, to find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished. Of course, but we can take a little look around, since we're here already, can't we?
There must have been a battle here long ago. See those metal corpses? We saw them around Naku too.
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless. That's no surprise. The magfolk are responsible for taking many lives. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akhidan lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
Still, I wonder why they fell. Were they overwhelmed, or taken by surprise, or something else?
Years. Blood like a fountain. No.
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? What did it say? Perhaps more. Anything of historic import. Are you ready? We're entering one of their Okay. Got my wand, got my grim... Worthan Roth.
Yahtzee Center attendant already.
We remember.
Oh no, don't!
Devour!
It's always the next one.
Look at that Audra. What else might be here?
The heart of the Akida beats. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will...
The brambles! How did you...
An intruder comes.
That's an Akhidan ghost!
You don't belong here. Why have you come? What business do you have in this place? Tell me. The gardener grows and grows and grows their reach still, I see.
The gardener. That must be how the ancient Achaeans referred to their god, to Sapadal.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our kin.
Oh, I know this. You speak of...
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain. We would have offered them everything, just to save some, the Deathbringers. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken. Anything that was of...
That's why there are no records. No histories.
We fought so hard, but we fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
Right. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this. No one answers. The light, it blinded us.
The gardener quickens. This haste... The gardener was afraid, yes. They were terrified. That was all they saw. Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita. So our gardener calls then, begging.
We wait. They know. They understand.
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. Survive these trials. First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second. You saw. Yes, but she fell, as did all that go now.
Understudies, we just spoke to an ancient Achaean!
Or 10!
Right behind you.
do that. Patience, dearie.
They won't get past.
They really didn't need to go through all this trouble just for us.
That ghost called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlikes.
Another win, but who's counting? You
Hey, sing!
We've got company! On your right!
Beyond seek!
coming from your right.
Nice of them to give us a little break, isn't it?
I get the feeling they're not done with us.
Coming out of the void. Next one's mine. Looking so good. I got it.
Enjoy the pain, dears.
Watch your back.
That's the last one. So much for the first trial. On to the second.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? You wish to find our gardener? The mag folk sought the gardener too. And our gardener knew what the mag folk would do, and they broke the waters, boiled the land.
We broke the pain. We bleed, they bleed, the magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein? We cannot. We writhe. Why must we feel?
There were so few of us left. When the magfolk... How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? We will know the breadth of your wisdom before...
Wisdom, huh? Afraid this one's all on you.
I wonder if there's a clever trick to it. Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll get through in a flash. There's nothing there. These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
Maybe you just gotta soften them up a little. Lay on the charm.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors. Surely they'll warm up to us eventually. Flame traps are the worst. I've lost so many houses to them.
I'm getting a different picture of what really killed the godless. Those spirits are lucky they're dead already.
The Echidans are being less welcoming than I'd hoped.
If their last visitors were the Magfolk, I can see why.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Make no mistake, I'm sure it's hostile.
You are an outlander. Somehow, we now see what you represent. We know... You know of this. Nimana's brethren were mistaken. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. You come as a supplicant.
At the end of all these trials, can't imagine. Imagine it's good. Of course these trials require a leap of faith.
You bear our gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the outland.
What do you truly seek with our God?
The fur on the back of my neck is standing up.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endure.
You live where worthier...
Soil hardens. Hesitation. They are here to be found. Why? Why will...
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot
For you to fall or falter, but you would.
So? We will not have another...
If you are as noble a creature as you claim, you will let your bones rest here with ours.
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly.
My own...
So,
Show me what
Just a minute. On your right, dear.
Here I go! Watch me now!
On your left, dear. Watch this.
Hey! Over here! Come on, boys.
Think they're really dead this time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize over there. Let's take a look, shall we? I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
Doesn't look like any map I've ever seen. But I'll take your word for it.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate. You...
So close. We...
your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need... Your god wants a chat.
We yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Jabaru Sinakis, they turn from you. How can this be? Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. Ungrateful! They forget what we have done for them, how we loved them. We were theirs, and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We will not remember. We do not hide. Lies. The rot twists our memories, splinters them, reflections in a night-swallowed lake. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We loved them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
I don't know what you and Sapadal were jawing about, but it must have been juicy because the Adra started to shake and hum.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
Galawain's tusks. That's out of the fire and into the volcano.
We've got company!
Let's go, before more show up.
Way to go. On the left.
Fear in the eyes!
The branch breaks. Invaders in the garden.
Who's ready for more?
Well, if you insist.
Mine now!
Throw up 10!
Watch this!
Leave before you worsen the situation.
Ruins are overgrown with corruption. We should... Envoy? I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire.
The same poison we burned out of Fure Messiverno. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal. An inquisitor seeks answers, some through interrogation, others through prayer. I've been watching you, envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the dream scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out. Bury the fire, but still they rage.
Fighting a superior force is one thing, but fighting a god is another. Is she really suggesting that?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me. Don't make me separate your skin from your muscle. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterskull. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence.
A few deaths? What about Quilichi? And the other Furians? And Quilichi?
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterskull. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterskull, at least.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios.
What? This is your solution?
There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterskull. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Reingrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue. No matter how much we might want to.
You can't be entertaining this. Not after what we've seen. The frozen corpses, the twisted riddles. The Dream Scourge is a tragedy, but she's a monster. You can't leave Thirdborn at her mercy.
It's not an ideal solution, but it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If only the Inquisitor was as astute as you. Regardless, you're correct. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Stop. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
This isn't about Sapadal. This is about every man, woman, and child in Shatterscarp.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Perhaps not. But one of these... Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. None of our lives matters. Not when they might. Now choose. Destroy the ruins and the dream thralls, but allow the plague to... Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal can think of futures beyond one's lifetime. And also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's far too used to getting her...
Ideological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no excuse for wasting my time. Envoy, I hate to be in this position, but at least the choice is in a Deeran hand.
Good people die either way. But severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Ludwig's right. I hate what the Dream Scourge has done to Thirdborn, but letting that Archmage snuff out even more lives is worse. Destroy the ruins, Envoy. Whatever comes next, at least it's something people can fight or flee.
No!
I will honor your decision, even if I think you're a disappointment.
Your patron deity might object, but the living will thank us for it.
Burn, destroy, retwine.
Soldiers of the Steel Garrote, you heard him.
Bring it down.
The Dream Thralls are no match for our might. These ruins were hideous anyway.
Let the Steel Garrote show you how it's done. Destroy it all.
Finally, those old ruins have a purpose. Absolute destruction.
You have destroyed a place of great power. A part of you. Now that I know a new god was the reason for those anomalies in Naku Kubel. Your decision may yet still kill thousands. We don't know the but that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done. However, I have one...
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can dispel. I could use your assistance. And should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because you, however, are a power worth
Well, obviously I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But I have to think about it. At the very least, the Envoy would be lost without me. So the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
They clearly need someone with a brain with them. Besides, I have... Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much. My research awaits.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for, because those ruins are about to be... Like you, I've come in service to my country, and my god. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire.
The same poison we burned out of Fjord Messiverno. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge, and at Sapadal. We cut off an infected limb. Nothing more. I've been watching you, envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you... With good reason. Why should There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes! Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the dream scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but...
Fighting a superior force is one thing, but fighting a god is another. Is she really suggesting that?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the...
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem.
I am not talking to you, am I?
I enjoy reminding bullies how toothless they really are. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in shatters. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins.
Why, indeed?
Probably because I wasn't invested before. Regardless, there's something I must confess. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next they would feel no.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios.
What? This is your solution?
There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be
Reingrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue. No matter how much we might want to.
You can't be entertaining this. Not after what we've seen. The frozen corpses, the twisted riddles. The Dream Scourge is a tragedy, but she's a monster. You can't leave Thirdborn at her mercy.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to...
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. It's simple. Luduin's solution will kill Dream, so long as the Dream Scourge exists, and the infected will take more lives, and...
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. Envoy. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. The mask is my true face, my covenant with my goddess. An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you. And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Sapadal, you owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Countless will die regardless if the Dream Scourge is not... Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the... Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Ludwig's right. Destroy the ruins, Envoy. Whatever comes next, at least it's something people can fight or flee.
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal... Also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's...
Ideological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no... Envoy. I hate to be in this position, but...
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marins of Clapan, Aid Marslante.
Please, we've got a lot of blood on our hands.
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cave. Another god. There are so many. If a new one... But that is for you to wrestle with. However, I have one...
For...
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. Should you wish to return with me, the rest of the circle do not offer. You, however, are a power worth shaping.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic...
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, whatever you decide, it will be some months. Be clever, godlike. Don't...
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh.
We don't trust this heathen magic.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people! I can't believe the Inquisitor allowed this.
No progress without sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
It's a few trees to save the forest.
What is done is done. Do not waste your countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your... Will anyone live to see it? Or will you enjoy it Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any... If you and Heelguard are too spineless to remember your allegiance... All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the check. Instead, I'm left with one dead settlement. Your Messiverno was already beyond hope. A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice. Your gratitude is wasted on. One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain. You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the Steel.
Come on. We should see what's left of... We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. So you picked the one that delivered it instantly.
Don't take this out on him. Besides, he's right. No one should have to make that kind of choice.
Least of all, that Archmage's.
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
Knowing I failed them.
So, we found a map to... Now we see how accurate those ancient godless... Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in... Well, that'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our... Either way, was it worth it? Well, there you go. I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. Anyway. You already asked about Giada, so... You probably want to talk... Right. Yes, I do. Real strong Blessed Day opinions. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to... And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mist. Nah, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but... What? Right. Let's see. We have enough... Pestle... It's... Right. Let's make sure... The only one we haven't talked about, I don't trust her any further than I... Pleasant dreams. Listen, that back there, I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure... I don't know. Maybe you're the chosen one now. Some kind of prophet. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap getting bossed around by spirit, but I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity... Anyway. Not before I've done some reading. Huxley, I have a question.
Oh no, what?
Listen, thank you. I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him. But both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I know. I'd forgotten what that feels like. Like I just woke up with a hangover. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think. Yeah. After I...
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while...
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort. But...
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. And thank you. Was there something else? Shoot. Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing... But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't gotten to know many. You always know what to do. It's like you've got an internal compass guiding. Not many people have such a clear sense of direction. I never thought I'd feel this at ease again with anyone. But you helped me face loss. After drifting for a long time. So are you. I don't say that lightly. So whatever you need, whatever it takes to finish this journey. Get some rest, Envoy.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward. I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually, I know the right answer. I know. Things have been unreal. I was able to ask questions, and... And it's all thanks to you and your weird god, Sapadal, was it? Oh, big fan. But to go through the trials I was... Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. Careful what you wish for, darling. So, the Godless, or the Akita, as they call them, they arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there. You sound certain. Is this something Sapadal told you? That means I was right. The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in... But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing. But my guess, they originally came from... Yes, well, a continent. 10 years ago, you could say. Suddenly. There was some kind of schism, an ideological one. From what I can glean, the Godless were staunchly... There are even some... Not so... It seems like the Godless really took their anti-theism seriously. You're right. But no one knew that until your trip to Naku Kubel. Now that we know that Sapadal exists, it changes everything we thought we knew about the Akita. I knew following you was a good idea. It might have shaken my research to its core, but... Well, I think... Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringcrim. And we... impressed. She even offered to make me her apprentice. As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilichi. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent... Oh! You even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. I'm not a kid anymore. I don't... There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms. I don't want to give that up. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? Oh, my love. That is a fix. They'll need someone to help them build a new home for the Animancers. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about... How much do you really know about Adra? Not bad. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the dream skirt. That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for... A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time. I suppose you're right. Maybe that's the point of our little campfire. While I have your ear... Much appreciated. Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Truthfully, I don't know. I've got this... It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you. I don't believe she'd trust you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing. Or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. You want to talk? Let's talk. The better question is, can I still be an Animancer? Could I even make... By burning Fior Messiverno, the Steel Garrod declared that And then there's the Dream Scourge. I don't know where that leaves me. The work my parents started we don't even know if the living lands can be tamed politically, much less. I'm sure that Inquisitor Ludwig would agree. All I know for certain is that I've been going about this the wrong. I should be an animancer for the right reason. With the dreams. When I do, I'll be sure to let you know. After all, you've been so patient with me. You deserve a little closure. I'll tell you. For you. Until next time.
This might sound weird, but can I have some...
Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru and they pray. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We tended, comfort, yet still the branches swipe. They should have shared our love. But you are here, a green shoot. Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now.
Did you hear about Naguno? They found him dead in the lighthouse.
The old guy? From the swordfish? No kidding.
Someone snuck up there when he was asleep and unslit his throat.
Damn! Wonder what he did to deserve that.
I bet it was spies that got him.
Deering spies?
Did he ever tell you how they almost made him a citizen once?
You're thinking he knew too much.
They've got little birdies everywhere.
Who needs fabric? We still have stuff. Hey, Uncle Capo? You've been staring off into space for a while now. How about a game of Hazatoa?
Kutabao, haven't you tortured me enough? First you go through my notes, then you badger that godlike to give up my only way out of this cursed world. I'd rather the sands swallow this entire town if it'd grant me a measure of peace.
I'm sorry, Uncle. Please don't say that. I'll leave you alone then. Call me if you need anything.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream. The costs were too great, Envoy. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families that... You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy. So... They didn't deserve to die like this.
Gods, what a job.
It's you! You're the monster who got us kicked out of Third Board!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow, apparently.
What do you have against honest businessmen? You can't fast-talk me, you fiend!
I know you're upset, Tycho, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right by me. By us, I mean. Don't try to play games with us.
But can you take all three of us? Are you so desperate for the answer that you'll stake your life on it?
Daiko, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I'm good with the blade on dead targets, but...
You too? Fine. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Thank you. I'm glad today didn't end in bloodshed.
Maybe the next time we all meet, we can just have a lovely drink, or I can dissect you. Either one.
Don't promise me a good time, dearie.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. And if we ever do meet again, well, you can forget about that discount.
Safe travels, Tomoshi sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. You were responsible for all this death. Shia, Envoy, do you know what's happening?
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Right. Focus, people. Try not to think about how we're up against a dead woman who
Yeah. Instead, Think about the soul-corrupting plague that also...
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be...
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk. And that might just be enough to find the guard.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely under... Still, I am determined to reach the garden.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a Sokka sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants...
So it's tough odds.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely... I don't have to be a blessed a oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
Well, someone's got to do something about the dream scourge at the fair.
And it has to be you, because a voice in your head said so. What do you know about Sapadal? How do you know you can trust them?
The envoy's the only one of us who knows Sapadal. Sapadal brought him back, and they've been in his head. I trust you. If you've got a gut feeling about Sapadal...
And my gut tells me not to trust this. You're about to cross a sea of acid on the word of a voice in your Usundan head.
What's on your mind, Marius? What?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really wrong.
I've never seen Marius like this.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle...
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon.
We won't get far unless we look after each other.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. It is. And it isn't. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. And it seems like we're... I guess a lot of things happened to me there. I grew up. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just think? I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest.
Lead the way.
Quiet, you! You can imprison our bodies, but not our voices.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting What's going on here is Pargrunen business. Stay out of it out.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done...
Strange that you think we'd care about your opinion. Saka, get out of here.
And you assholes need to feed us.
There's no food. We barely have decent meals ourselves.
Saka, don't tell the outsider that. These bastards wanted to abandon the keep. I'd starve myself for my disloyalty then. Do you want anything else?
Fine. Anything to be done looking at you. Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the Now mind your business.